Stadium in the tunnel directly opposite us. And we're going to see Stevie Ward and Steve Crossley, the two captains of the Bulls and the Rhinos, lead the sides out side by side. We've got the lights here at Headingley providing a spectacular light show. We're going to go the distance this afternoon. It's Bulls Live, Bulls TV, in front of a sold-out crowd at Headingley Carnegie. This is absolutely spectacular stuff. Here come the two sides. Listen to the noise. This is what rugby league is all about. The fireworks go off in the sky. We've got pyrotechnics, flamethrowers. The atmosphere, absolutely electric.
I can't even hear you speak, Mick, and that's some achievement, is that? You know, what an atmosphere. This is a light show. The fire's going off in front of us, warming us up. You know, what an atmosphere. As the players form a guard of honour now for Rob Burrow just outside the tunnel. Get the hanky ready, Mick. This is going to be emotional.
As we said at the start of December, when the tragic news and announcement that Rob Burrow had been diagnosed with motor neuron disease, a fund was set up to support Rob in his treatment and his young family of 3 children. That fund, at this moment in time, stands at over £250,000. The players, they have a guard of honour here, and we're about to hear probably the biggest cheer of the afternoon as Rob Burrow and his Legends team enter Headingley Carnegie. It is emotionally tinged atmosphere in the air in this part of West Yorkshire. 20,000 people inside Headingley, and it is the old West Yorkshire rivals, the old Super League foes, Leeds Rhinos and the Bradford Bulls. Jamie Jones-Buchanan, he is sharing his testimonial stage this afternoon with Rob Burrow. And Rob Burrow, Jamie Jones-Buchanan, they walk out side by side. The Rugby League family unified in their support of this fantastic cause. Rob Burrow carrying his 3 children out on the Headingley service for what could be his final time. Jamie Jones-Buchanan, of course, a great servant to the support of the sport over his 2 decades involved in the game. It's Bradford Bulls against the Leeds Rhinos. Bulls Live, Bulls TV, and the support, as we said earlier, personified with that £250,000 target and this 20,000 capacity crowd. It has sold out. So the two sides then this afternoon here for this Jamie Jones-Buchanan testimonial game. Leeds Rhinos named Jack Walker at fullback, wing 3-quarter line Harry Newman, Liam Sutcliffe, Conrad Harrell, the Tungan international, and Ash Hanley. The halves, Rob Louis and Callum McKelland. The forwards, former Cronulla man Avasu Manafangai and Matt Pryor on debut. The hooker Brad Dwyer. The back row forwards, Captain Stevie Ward, Reece Martin and Cameron Smith. For the Bradford Bulls, Brandon Pickersgill at fullback. Greg Johnson, Adam Rooks, Ross Oates and Joe Brown complete the weak 3-quarter line. The halves, Rowan Mills and Jordan Lilly. The forwards, Anthony England, Sam Hallas, Captain Steve Crossley, and the back row forwards, a homegrown feel to it, Evan Hodson, Brad Gallagher and Liam Kirk. The referee this afternoon is Ben Failer. He officiated Bradford's 24-22 win over Leeds and Hudsall last season, and we're going to have a heck of a game on our hands here this afternoon as Adam Rooks takes tackle number 1, 25 metres out from his own line. Hallis in there at dummy half. Number of former Leeds men in this Bradford side. There's another one of them in Jordan Lilly. Lilly plays the ball on the second tackle. Out of dummy half from Hallis to Hodson. Hodson's brought down on his own 30 metre line. It's a strong charge on tackle number 4 from England. England brought down in a 3-man tackle, led there by Stevie Ward and Brad Dwyer. Liam Kirk passed a concussion test midweek. He's brought down 5 shy of halfway. Referee Ben Failer has the hand in the air. It goes to Mills. Mills goes long and high, and he will put Jack Walker under pressure. Walker takes it 5 metres out from his own line. Bradford defending the Western Terrace in this first half. Leeds play towards the 3,000 Bulls fans to our left, and Leeds now have first use of the ball as it goes out a dummy half there from Harry Newman to Callum McClelland, and McClelland there looking for the forward running and gives it straight down that middle channel, and it's going to be a strong charge there by Matt Pryor. He's turned over on his back, the former Cronulla Sharks man. He'll get to his feet, play the ball. Dwyer now in at dummy half. It goes to Siu Manafangai. Siu Manafangai brought down there in a 2-man tackle. Gallagher and Hallis in defence. England looks to take on Cam Smith. Cam Smith up to halfway. Last tackle for the Rhinos. It goes to McClelland. McClelland kicks it. Bounces in the Bradford 20-metre line. A bit of indecision from Pickersgill. Pickersgill takes the ball. He's wrapped up there by Louis and Harrell. 5 metres out from his own try line. And Johnson will take the second tackle. 10 metres out. Directly in front of that Western Terrace. Housing those Bulls fans. Good start from the Bulls, Luke.
Yeah, it's just as we expected, a really emotionally charged Leeds performance. Ball's gone to ground here on the right wing. Greg Johnson latches onto that to avert the danger. 4th tackle. Bradford's still inside their own 20 metres. Greg Johnson's down here. Looks to be injured as he collected that ball. As he plays the ball, but he's certainly in some discomfort there. Looks to be suffering a bit of a dead leg. The last tackle, Bradford only 15 metres away from their own line. We've seen a really emotionally charged start from Leeds as we expected, as Jordan Lilly's high kick passes halfway and bounces deep into Leeds territory. It's a great kick from Jordan Lilly. Leeds back in possession on their own 20-metre line, and a strong chase by Bradford.
Harry Newman has the ball for the Rhinos. He's met head on there by Steve Crossley and also Sam Hallis and Anthony England in the 3-man tackle. Newman will play the ball 15 metres shy of the halfway line. John Keir believes the bar was set high by that Boxing Day performance at Castleford. He wants his players to pay Rob and Jamie Jones-Buchanan the ultimate respect this afternoon as Leeds move the ball over on the far stand side. Good movement early doors from the Rhinos. They're 25 metres out from the Bradford line. It goes from Dwyer. Dwyer to Smith. Smith's brought down on the 5th and last tackle. McClelland calls for the ball in centre field. Takes the pass there from Siu Manafangai. McClelland keeps the ball going to Walker, to Hanley on this main stand side. Hanley's lost the ball. Bradford recover possession, and that'll be tackle number 1. 10 metres out from their own try line as they play the ball there from Adam Rooks, the Hull Kingston Rovers loanee. Second tackle gone here for the Bulls. It's 0-0 on Bulls Live, Bulls TV. We've had 4.5 minutes gone as Bradford just moved the ball out of their own 20-metre line on the 3rd tackle with captain Steve Crossley. Hallis out a dummy half to Rowan Mills. Thought about the pass to Gallagher. Takes the tackle midway in field inside the Bulls half. 20 shy of halfway. Goes to Hallis. England. Lilly. Crossley. Crossley takes on Smith and Ward. Last tackle now for the Bradford Bulls. Hallis out a dummy half to Lilly. Lilly thought about the 40-20. Straight down the throat of Hanley. Hanley can take this possession up for Leeds, just shy of the halfway line, and Leeds now are going to have a full set of 6 just thereabouts inside the Bulls half as it goes from McClelland, goes to Harrell. Harrell offloads the ball back to McClelland. McClelland looking lively, looking to really make an impression on Leeds coach Richard Agar this afternoon. Dwyer out a dummy half, now goes to Pryor. He's brought down just outside the 20-metre line. Matt Pryor, the former Cronulla Sharks man, he's on debut for the Rhinos this afternoon. It goes from Dwyer to Smith. Smith's brought down, allowed to offload the ball back to Dwyer. Dwyer towards the line. Leeds are going to score here. Have they got the ball down? Reece Martin has got the opening try of the afternoon, and it is the former Canterbury Bulldogs man, and it's Bradford 0, Leeds Rhinos 4. Reece Martin, a try to the right hand side of the post.
Try scorer for the Rhinos, number 12, Reece Martin.
Leeds offloading the ball down that right-hand side. There was nothing the Bulls could do. They were stretched. It was that killer offload from Dwyer. It went to Smith. Smith had sucked in Crossley, Gallagher, and somehow got the ball to Dwyer. Dwyer looked for support, and there on the outside, Reece Martin. Martin took a superb offload. Nothing that Pickersgill and Hallis could do. And it is Bradford 0, Leeds 4 here at Headingley. Just shy of 6 minutes gone on the clock. Luke Mawson, the kick predictor. 100% for someone of Reece Martin's talents.
Yeah, really impressive try there from Leeds. They kept the ball alive well in that set. They started from their own 30-metre line and a series of offloads. I counted four in those 4 tackles, got them over the try line. Bradford just couldn't wrap the ball up, keep hold of a hot Leeds outfit early on. The atmosphere is incredible. They're certainly buoyed by the atmosphere of this Leeds Rhinos outfit, and they are 6-0 to the good.
Bradford Bulls Live, Bulls TV, Mick Glenn, Luke Mawson, Reece Martin, the former Canterbury man, getting the Rhinos on the board early in this Jamie Jones-Buchanan testimonial Rob Burrow fundraiser. Jordan Lillett with the restart, goes long and deep, sends that one into the Rhinos in goal area. Robert Louis has to take it, looks for the forward runner, finds Siamana Fangai. Fangai's going to be brought down just outside his own 10-metre line. Leeds last season finished 8th, 4 points above the relegation spots. Just 12 wins, 17 defeats for Richard Agar and the Rhinos. They'll be looking for a much improved performance in the Super League this time around. So on that restart, 3 tackles gone. They're 20 shy of halfway. Dwyer goes down the middle, takes on Rooks and Hodgson. Hodgson and Rooks wrap Dwyer up. Tackle number 4. McClelland in at dummy half to Pryor. Pryor, of course, on debut. The Australian brought down on halfway. Last tackle, Dwyer to McClelland. McClelland goes high. Difficult one for Pickersgill. Pickersgill back to the line. Takes it superbly. Under pressure there from Conwood Harrell there and Robert Louis. And he does extremely well. Does Brandon Pickersgill. Tackle number 1. 5 metres out from his own line. And now we will see Hallis find Brown. Brown, 2 tries against Castleford. Brought down on the 10-metre line. It now goes from Lilly at dummy half to Johnson. Johnson, great offload out the tackle. Goes to Gallagher. Gallagher getting stuck in. Brad Gallagher, one of 13 homegrown players playing in the red, amber and black this afternoon for the Bradford Bulls. And he will be brought down just outside his own 20-metre line. We've yet to see an error or a penalty as we approach 10 minutes on the clock here. Crossley will play the ball to Hallis, to Milnes, out wide to Pickersgill. Pickersgill to Oakes. Oakes rolled over on his back on that 5th and last tackle. Good defence from Reece Martin over on that far stand side. Milnes on the last, under pressure from Smith. Gets the kick away. Taken in there by Ash Hanley. Hanley had a very illustrious career here at Leeds last season. 29 appearances and 22 tries. He's certainly looking for a big 2020. McClelland down a dummy half now to Cameron Smith, to Stevie Ward. Ward will get a quick play the ball in. Goes towards Martin. Over on that far stand side to Liam Sutcliffe. And he's going to be brought down a couple of metres in from that far stand side. Back it goes, quick hands to Martin. Martin 30 metres out from that Bradford try line on tackle number 4. Leeds 1 tackle remaining here. The lead by 6 points to 0 at Headingley. Cameron Smith will take the ball in down that middle channel. England comes to the assistance with Liam Kirk. They're on the last tackle, the Rhinos. They move it to McClelland on the short side in front of the south hand stand. And Jack Walker's come up with the first error of the afternoon. It's a knock-on the last tackle. Leeds were looking to shift it through Harrell and Hanley on this short side, looking to give Greg Johnson and Pickersgill a bit of work to do, but Bradford will recover the ball on that 0 tackle. Still Leeds 6, Bradford 0 here in front of a 20,000 sellout crowd at Headingley Carnegie. Hallison at dummy half, 20 out from his own line to England. England along the line to Milnes. Milnes finds Gallagher. Gallagher's brought down in a 2-man tackle. Hallis goes short side. Milnes has support, but Hallis will just take the ball in. He's going to be brought in there by Louis. Also coming in was Pryor. So the 2 Australians doing their job as Milnes goes on a break on the last tackle. Ball goes to ground, goes into touch. Referee Ben Failer will say scrum, head and feed. and this one will go the way of the Leeds Rhinos. So we'll just take a little bit of stock. We've had 10 minutes gone this afternoon. Luke Mawson, your thoughts on how the Bulls are fronting up, shaping up against what you would argue is a superior squad?
I was just going to say that they've completed well so far. So get some field position, then Rowan Milnes throws the ball at a touch, but they're struggling to get some field position, struggling to get into Leeds half, and they're inviting that pressure with some poor end of set kicks, and Leeds on halfway with a fresh set of 6. The set look too hot to handle at the minute, but John Kay won't be too displeased with what he's seen. He'll want his side to wrap the ball up a bit better, a bit smarter, as Leeds sort of running at these tackles, looking to offload straight away, looking to increase their lead. Just need to wrap the ball up a bit better in the 3-man tackles as Leeds begin 30 metres out with 3 tackles left.
Cameron Smith will get to his feet. He'll play the ball. Here goes Robert Louis. Finds gap out wide to Martin. Martin to Newman. Newman back on the inside. And Rhys Martin has a double here at Headingley. And it is Leeds 10, Bradford 0. Bradford were exposed out wide. It was Rhys Martin who created the overlap. He sucked in Oakes and Brown. Newman went down the touchline before the pass back on the inside to Rhys Martin, and Martin just doing enough to get past Ross Oakes. And the former Canterbury man, well, he only played 8 games for the Rhinos last year. 2 tries, he's got 2 tries this afternoon. The sun's shining down on Headingley, and Leeds lead the Bulls by 10 points to 0. The Bulls done out wide there, Luke.
Yeah, I said John Kay won't be too displeased, but I might have to change my mind. He won't want his side to fall too far behind in this one, even though the result's not too important. He'll want to see a bit more fight from his team, a bit more solidity in defence, and it's something this Bradford Bulls side pride themselves on. And just got caught short there on that short side. Leeds using their intelligence well. Quick play out wide and good support play by Rhys Martin. He's in for his second, and it looked an easy try in the end, and John Kay will certainly want his side to shore up on that left hand side.
The kick predictor, 52% for Rhys Martin. He has to contend with the sun in his vision. He strikes it with the right boot. It's going to catch the wind and just go to the right hand side of the post. A few ironic cheers from the Bulls faithful on that Western Terrace, but on Bulls Live, Bulls TV this afternoon, Mick Lennon, Luke Mawson from Headingley Carnegie. It is Leeds Rhinos 10, Bradford Bulls 0. Jordan Lilly about to get the restart underway. Once again, into that Rhinos in goal area. Taken there by Louis, the former Salford man. Louis gives it to Newman. Newman goes on a lateral run, and he'll be brought down 5 metres out in front of his post. Good defence there from Evan Hodgson. Hallison, England. Leeds play the ball. They go down this right-hand edge with Siya Manafangai. Siya Manafangai's brought down on the Rhinos 20-metre line, just to the right of centre field. Here goes the Tongan international, Conrad Harrell. 14 tries for the Rhinos last season. Back down the middle now from Dwyer. Finds Pryor on his home debut for the Rhinos. Brought down on the 4th tackle on the restart. Dwyer now to Smith. To Louis. They're going on that right-hand edge again. It goes over the top. Out wide to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe brought down. Good tackle by Ross Oakes. Last tackle here for the Rhinos. Louis will put boot to ball. And Pickersgill out of position. Comes into centre field. Takes that superbly. And Bradford keep their line intact on the restart. Leeds 10, Bradford 0. Pickersgill tackle 1, Johnston tackle 2, and Johnson carries Bradford outside their own 20-metre line. He'll get up and play the ball. Lilly in at dummy half. It's going to go to Brown. Brown, the Bradford Academy product via Wigan, brought down 30 metres out from his own line. Now it goes to Mills. Mills takes the line on, finds a supporter, Pickersgill. Pickersgill has a clash of heads there, and referee Ben Thaler will stop the clock, and there was a clash of heads in the tackle, and Brad Dwyer, Pickersgill has accidentally he's put the fingers there in Brad Dwyer's face. There's nothing malicious about it. Referee Ben Thaler here has halted the clock, and we're about to see Eben Sker come on the field for Liam Kirk, the first Bulls interchange of the afternoon. John Keir is gone with a 20-man squad this afternoon. Dwyer just puts a bit of water in that right eye. He says it's okay. We saw a great offload out of the tackle from Milnes, and Pickersgill there with that right arm. It just brushed the forehead of Dwyer, and a stray finger caught the eye. No maliciousness, no intent. Referee Failer says play on, and Bradford are on the halfway line now with Anthony England. Hallis out of dummy half. Goes on that short side to Milnes. Milnes puts boot to ball. Underneath that one is young Jack Walker, and he will take that one up to his own 20-metre line, and it remains here. Leeds Rhinos 10, Bradford Bulls 0. Luke Mawson.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Eben Sker manages to make the same impact he did at Castleford on Boxing Day. Really re-energised the Bradford outfit when they were falling behind and under the cosh. And Bradford just need to pin Leeds here and establish some territory in this game as it Leeds offload on halfway. And that's Jack Walker breaking past two tackles, then ball goes to ground. Referee waves play on, and Rob Burrow plays the ball. Leeds just now in the Bradford half. Bradford need to try to establish some territory at some point, or it could get a bit messy as Matt Pryor looks to offload in the tackle. Fourth tackle gone, and Leeds on the 40-metre line with Brad Dwyer on the ball.
Dwyer to McClellan to Ward, who will captain Leeds in 2020. Last tackle for the Rhinos, the lead by 10 points to 0 with 15 minutes gone. McClellan's kicks charged down a little bit by England. Pickersgill's made a mistake of it at the back. Picked up by Ward. Ward head down, herring away towards the Bulls line. Bradford in trouble here. Dwyer straight out towards Robert Lewitt, and referee Ben Failer will say scrum, head and feed here to the Bradford Bulls, because Brad Dwyer has lost the ball in the tackle, and that is a huge respite for the Bulls here. Pickersgill under pressure. In fact, I think it was Jordan Lilly.
Yeah, Conrad Hurrell just palmed the ball back there off the kick. The referee originally ruled it were a Pickersgill hand and waved a fresh set, but I think he got a call from his touch judge there, and they've got the right decision in the end, as we've just seen on the big screen. Bradford now a ball in hand on the 10-metre line, but certainly needs to get further up and into the Leeds half, as the grass on this right-hand side is barely being touched. Bradford really need to establish a foothold in this game as we approach the end of the first quarter. It's Leeds Rhinos 10, Bradford Bulls 0.
Certainly can see Bradford a very youthful bench. Shackleton, Foggin Johnson, Sker, Smith, Doyle and Foster. But certainly what we've seen from Smith, Doyle and Foster in this pre-season is that young, home-grown, youthful exuberance that can carry Bradford this afternoon. The trail by 10 points to 0. We've had 17 minutes gone as it goes to Evan Hodgson now. Hodgson's brought down 15 metres shy of the halfway line. Hallis appealing for a penalty, none forthcoming. Hallis, good distribution to Lilly. Lilly along the line to England. England will carry the ball in, and England's going to be brought down there by 3 Leeds Rhinos players, and that's the last tackle here now for the Bulls. 5 shy of the halfway line, centre field. It's going to go to Jordan Lilly. Jordan Lilly, boot to ball, straight down the front of Walker. Walker takes it inside his own 20, looks for the runner, finds Hanley on the outside. Hanley will make 10 metres forward, and he's brought down on the Rhinos 30-metre line. Here goes Walker out of dummy half. Walker gives it there to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe will be brought down 10 shy of halfway. Sutcliffe, 26 appearances for the Rhinos last season, 6 tries. He crossed the opposition try line, and Eben Sker with Anthony England there, bringing down Harry Newman on that halfway line. Dwyer to Reece Martin. Martin finally brought down there by Brad Gallagher. Quick play the ball. Dwyer down the middle to Lewitt. A third error of the afternoon here from the Rhinos. Robert Lewitt couldn't take that pass in, and it remains Leeds 10, Bradford 0, as Pickersgill fires one down the middle towards Ross Oakes. Oakes will take a shoulder tackle there as it comes in from both Smith and Senior Manafangai. Here goes Brown, second tackle gone, 5 shy of halfway. So the back's just giving the forwards a little bit of a breather. Here goes young Eben Sker. He's been one of the highlights of the pre-season so far. Carries Bradford just inside the Leeds half. He's played in every pre-season game. Gallagher caught on the shoulder, says referee Ben Failer. Fourth tackle gone here for John Keir and the Bradford Bulls. Hallis down the middle to Emmett Skur again. Fifth and last tackle. Bradford in arguably their best field position of the afternoon. With 20 minutes gone, Mills drills one along the floor. Inside chasers, and Lily and Rooks do exceptionally well there, and Leeds are going to be trapped inside their own 20 metre line. Walker in at dummy half to Harrell. Conrad Harrell's brought down 10 metres out from his own try line. First penalty of the afternoon. Sam Hallis and Steve Crossley, they're adjudged to have rolled Conrad Harrell over in the tackle, just delaying that play the ball. And we've got 20 minutes without a penalty. I tell you what, if this is a sign of things to come for the new season, we're in for a treat.
Yeah, there's not been many Leeds Bradford games over the decades not have a penalty awarded after 20 minutes, but Leeds drop the ball now just before the halfway line, and a chance for Bradford to spend some time in the Leeds half. Some much needed respite as Bradford look to work their way back into this game.
Just a reminder for those asking, there's no Connor Farrell. He's the only Bulls player currently injured. George Flanagan is suspended. Levitt Onzongu, Dan Waite-Pullen and Sam Barlow all available, but will be likely to feature next week when we go to the Tetley Stadium for that all Tetley Stadium affair between Dewsbury and the Bradford Bulls. I was just struggling to get that one out there. I was trying to put a bit of a realistic spin on it. But here come the Bulls. Keelan Foster has come on off the interchange bench, and he carries Bradford from that scrum 30 metres out. Hallis now, bullet pass to Mills, Mills to Lilly, Lilly to Gallagher, Gallagher's brought down by Martin, and Louis in a two-man tackle. The 20 metres out here, 18 minutes to go to half-time. Crossley carries Bradford 10 metres out from that Leeds try line. Fourth tackle gone here for John Keir and the Bulls. Hallis to Mills to Gallagher. Gallagher's lost the ball under a collision with Martin. First knock on, says Ben Failer. Leeds were looking to pounce, and Bradford have come up with their second error of the afternoon in good ball, good field position, 10 metres out from that Leeds try line. Just bringing Kieran Dolby here. What do you reckon of the Bulls' performance so far?
So far, the young lads out there have put a solid performance against a very good Leeds side, and it's really good to see how it's developed, and the lack of penalties is absolutely amazing to see.
Well, the Leeds fans, they're giving Siu Manafangai a huge cheer as he leaves the field, and they bring their first interchange on of the afternoon. So Siu Manafangai leaves, and Mikolaj Oledzki, who remember had a loan spell at the Bradford Bulls under Lee Beattie and Jeff Tuvey in 2017, and here he goes. He's been nicknamed the Polish Terminator, and he's brought down 10 metres shy of that halfway line. So Leeds looking to capitalise on that error as Louis gives the ball to Martin. Walker's put it down, and we said it's pre-season. It is going to be a little bit rusty. The Rhinos have come up with their fifth error of the afternoon. We've had 23 minutes gone at Headingley, and as we said, it is an emotionally charged occasion. Everybody this afternoon is going to have a fantastic day, and that just doesn't go for commentators, media people, spectators. Think about the players and the coaching staff on both sides. So as we said, for the Bulls, Connor Farrell still out injured, no Intier. Flanagan, this will be his second game that he can use in the pre-season for his suspension, so he will be back against Featherstone in round 3. He'll miss the opening 2 games of the season against London and York. Hallis from that scrum then. Bradford 40 metres out from that Leeds line. They trail by 10 points to 0 to a brace of Reece Martin tries inside the opening 13 minutes. Hallis to Foster. Second tackle gone. Foster brought down 28 metres out centre field. Short side in front of the south stand to Lilly. Lilly gets the offload to Hodgson. The two former Stanley men collide as it goes back down the middle now with Crossley. Crossley taking on Stevie Ward and Oledzki. Bradford are 20 metres out in front of the post. Hallis to Mills. Mills gets the nod from Brown. Magic happening again. No, it's not. Great take from young Harry Newman. He exudes confidence par excellence, and he will take the tackle 12 metres out from his own line after he's brought down by Gallagher and Mills over on that short-hand side. I tell you what, Luke Mawson, Leeds 10, Bradford 0 at Headingley. We've had 25 minutes gone. I think John Keir will be a little bit pleased with what he's seen so far.
We'll certainly be happy with the way his side sort of worked their way back into this game. Leeds looked to be building up ahead of steam, but his side have just come back into it, enjoyed about 5 or 10 minutes now in the Leeds half as Leeds have sort of quietened down a bit and come up with a few errors. But we'll certainly want his side to continue where they've left off in the last 10-15 minutes as Rob Louis kicks in behind. Looks to pin Brandon Pickersgill under a lot of pressure. He chases his own kick, but Pickersgill does brilliantly well. Skips past 2 Leeds defenders. He's breaking to the 20-metre line. Brilliant play by the Bradford full-back. And a penalty there for holding on in the tackle. Brilliant by Brandon Pickersgill, who's been excellent so far.
First penalty of the afternoon to the Bulls, and duly awarded there by referee Ben Thaler. Pickersgill took the ball on his own try line, beat Rhys Martin, beat Rob Louis. He had Dwyer and Cameron Smith and Harry Newman coming, and it was Cam Smith, the England Knights international, who just held Pickersgill's knee down in the tackle, and it will be a penalty to the Bradford Bulls. They'll find touch on the halfway line. Gallagher, tackle 1. Bradford hunting their first points, but they're growing in confidence and stature here this afternoon. So Steve Crossley leaves the fields. Liam Kirk back out there on the field. Lilly takes that Leeds line on. So Crossley off, Kirk on. Third interchange of the afternoon for John Keir's side. Lilly will play the ball in front of the Rhinos post. 30 metres out. Hallis to Foster. Foster rolled over in a 2-man tackle by Oledzki and Ward. Hallis now finds Milnes. Milnes, 20 metres out on the 4th tackle. It goes from Hallis to Kirk. Kirk 10 metres out, rolled over on his back in a 3-man tackle. That sucked some Leeds defenders out of that defensive line. Milnes looks to take the line on. Pickersgill out wide. The Bulls will score, and it is Ross Oakes, one of the 13 homegrown players for the Bradford Bulls this afternoon. And Ross Oakes has his first try in the pre-season, and Bradford have cut that Leeds Rhinos deficit. It is now Leeds 10, Bradford 4 here at Headingley, and the 3,000 Bull supporters on that Western Terrace, they dance and jump for joy, and we have a game on our hands here this afternoon. Mills to Lilly to Oakes. Louis couldn't get there in time, and that was great play there. Mills the creator, Lilly the organiser, and what a great pass that was to Ross Oakes. He literally split that Leeds Rhinos defence like a hot knife through cold butter. Excuse the euphemism, and it is going to be a chance now for Jordan Lilly against his former club here. If anybody knows the pitch and the trajectory of where he needs to apply the pressure on the ball and that direction, it is none other than Jordan Lilly. Leeds 10, Bradford 4. The kick predictor. 82%. We have a game on our hands this afternoon. 29 minutes gone. Bulls Live, Bulls TV. You might be able to hear the Bradford fans in the background. Headingley has been stunned. Jordan Lilly then. 5 metres in from the main stand side. Pilots this one to the left-hand side of the post. Well, the kick predictor was wrong. It is Leeds 10, Bradford 4, nonetheless. 10 minutes to go to half-time here at Headingley. How do you assess Bradford's opening half hour?
A bit of a slow start. Leeds expectedly had the upper hand early on, got a couple of quick-fire tries, a couple of slack bits of defending, but they've certainly worked their way back into this game. And as we said before, the last 10 minutes, they've enjoyed a lot more possession in the Leeds half. Some of that at Leeds' own undoing with some errors, but they're enjoying that spell on the Leeds line, and the medic count there of a nice passage of players. They've certainly grown into this game. They certainly don't look a class apart so far, but there's a long way to go. And you know, they're keeping the errors to a minimum. They're looking more solid in defence, restricting Leeds' yardage down the middle of the park, and yeah, so far so good.
Bradford on the restart. Hallis out of dummy half, 12 shy of halfway. 4th tackle gone. Lilly's in there at dummy half. Looks towards Milnes, but goes down the middle to Foster. And it has to be said, since Kerr and Foster have come on, they've added a new dimension to the Bulls play. They're getting over that advantage line. Halfway on the last tackle. Lily over the head there of Ash Hanley, and that will be a scrum, head and feed to the Leeds Rhinos, 10 metres out with 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Leeds head coach Richard Agar, former York, Hull FC and Wakefield and Warrington head coach, about to bring on a double substitution. Sam Hallis is this down inside his own half. He looks to have a bit of cramp, a bit of discomfort with that right ankle, so Hallis will leave the field of play, and on will come Tom Doyle. John Keir making his fourth interchange of the afternoon. So scrum to the Leeds Rhinos. McClelland will take the ball in, out by Harrell. Harrell meets Kirk head on down the alley here at Headingley. And if you're just joining us this afternoon on Bulls Live, Bulls TV, the Bulls holding the own here against the Super League side Leeds, local rivals. It is Leeds 10. A bracer tries to Reece Martin in the opening 13 minutes. Bradford Bulls 4. We had a try 2 minutes ago from Ross Oakes over on that left-hand side as Bradford piloted the ball superbly with Pierce and precision. Here goes Louis up to halfway, just to the right of centre field. 2 tackles remaining here for the Rhinos. Alensky, the 2 19s collide. Skur goes for the legs. Foster goes for the core, the upper body. Now it goes to Lily on the last. Robert Louis straight down the throat of Pickersgill. Pickersgill takes that one superbly, especially when Dwyer was coming on that right-hand angle. And let's not forget, 19,700 people. They're packing out Headingley. That says everything about Rob Burrow, Leeds, Bradford, and the magnificent, fantastic sport of rugby league. Bradford on the 20-metre line with Brown. Here goes Greg Johnson out of dummy half. Johnson takes on former Bradford man James Donaldson and Stevie Ward in a 2-man tackle. Former Salford man gets to his feet. It goes now with Evan Hodson. Bradford restricted to just 25 metres on this set of 6. We've got 8.5 minutes to go. Last tackle, says Ben Thaler. Out of dummy half from Doyle to Milnes. Milnes straight down the throat of Walker. Walker on his knees, leaps like Superman. Good take, no real pressure. And he will move the ball out wide towards Hanley. And Hanley will play the ball 12 shy of the halfway line. Out of dummy half from Walker. Walker wrapped up there superbly by Doyle. Great tackle. Also involved in that one was Adam Rooks. Hanley now goes down the middle there. Adam Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson, a lot of experience in the game. He will get to his feet and he'll play the ball. Louis out wide to Martin. To Newman. Newman. Martin on the inside. The ball's gone backwards. It won't matter. The Rhinos are going in. Around and under post. And it is Liam Sutcliffe who will get a try just before half-time here. Leeds back into a double-digit lead. It is Leeds 14, Bradford 4, and once again, Leeds going down the right. Martin taking on Oakes. Brown was committed. Pass on the inside from Newman. It went on the floor. Went backward. Fortuitous bounce. Liam Sutcliffe picked it up. And from 10 metres out, around and underneath the post, he goes.
Yeah, since the Bradford try, you sort of saw Leeds work their way back into the game, and we had a strong attacking set and a strong defensive set on the back of it, just to establish themselves some field position. And then on that right-hand side again, where Bradford have been caught napping a few times already this afternoon, the work can overlap, and a fortuitous pass, a fortuitous bounce into a Leeds hand, but certainly an area John Keel looked to tighten up at half-time is that left-hand defence, because Leeds are creating an overlap and getting in far too easily at times.
Kick predictor for Reece Martin at 100%. This in front of the Western Terrace, between the posts. That one will be piloted. And on Bulls Live and Bulls TV here at Headingley this afternoon, it is the Jamie Jones-Buchanan testimonial. Also the Rob Burrow fundraiser. Leeds Rhinos 16, Bradford Bulls 4. And for the first time this afternoon, the Rhinos lead by 2 clear tries. 5 minutes to go to half-time here at Headingley. Just give a big shout out to everybody who did the Odsal to Headingley walk this morning. I got out of the taxi outside the top house and I was absolutely overwhelmed and overcome with emotion. Over 200 people, Leeds fans, Bradford fans, a Castleford fan, even Halifax fans, you know, the rugby league family, all taking part in a tremendous, worthwhile exercise. And the Odsal to Headingley walk up to press has raised over £5,500, and we've still got the charity buckets to empty and count up, so remains to be seen just how much money will be raised, but it is all for a worthwhile cause. Here back at Headingley, Leeds 10 shy of the halfway line as it goes down the middle with Conward Harrell on the restart. Harrell brought down there in a 4-man Bradford tackle. They can't bring him down, and he's allowed to offload the ball to Walker. Walker's away, inside support, Dwyer underneath the bars. Leeds at their brilliant best. That one will light up Headingley. They could not stop Conrad Harrell, the Tongan international. He sucked in 4 Bradford Bulls defenders. The pass out the back door, and Dwyer down the middle. He was hitting V1. He was ready to take off, and oh boy, did he take off. Leeds now lead 20 points to 4 on the stroke of half time. Anthony England's down in back play, and he has suffered a concussion knock with Conrad Harrell in that tackle. So Conrad Harrell, a killer offload. Anthony England has to leave the field. He will leave the field with concussion. John Key has just been interviewed on the touchline while that try was being scored, and we've just seen Brad Dwyer from 50 metres out applying the afterburners. And there's England in that defence, so too Foster, also Thomas Doyle, and Dwyer takes the pass from Walker, and he will scamper over to the left-hand side of the post. A superb Leeds Rhinos try, it must be said. Superb craft and vision. 36 minutes on the clock here at Headingley. 20 points to 4. Brad Dwyer getting on the scoreboard. Reece Martin, the kick predictor, again at 100%, right in front of the Western Terrace. This to take Leeds out to an 18-point lead, which he does on the stroke of half-time. Bulls Live, Bulls TV, the Rhinos 22, the Bulls 4, and it's all been about Reece Martin and Conrad Harrell in this first half. The Bulls just couldn't bring them down. Don't forget the legends will be coming on in the second half. Robbie Hunter-Paul, Nathan McAvoy, Wayne Godwin, Manny Blythe, Stuart Field and Rob Parker. It's going to be real classic stuff, taking you back to the halcyon days. So with 2 minutes to go to half time, Leeds are looking for more points here as Jack Broadbent's just come on the field, and he'll get up and play the ball as it goes now towards Dwyer. Dwyer to McClelland, to Donaldson. Cumbrian-born Donaldson brought down 2 metres inside the Bradford half, goes to Ward. Ward goes past Crossley, Gallagher, Kirk. Ward looks for support, finally brought down there by Oakes and Kirk. 20 metres out from the Bradford line. Bradford can't afford the Rhinos to go back to back. McClelland tries to go through. McClelland brought down on the last tackle. Great defence there from Thomas Doyle. Short side to Conrad Harrell. He will charge it in on that last tackle. Offloads the ball to Hanley. Hanley back to McClelland. Kick through. Walker misses the ball, and the ball will bounce up kindly for the Bradford Bulls. 2 metres out from the road try line there. And Brad Gallagher did exceptionally well. Good positional play there from Brad Gallagher, and Bradford had awarded their second penalty, the third of the afternoon in total, for Leeds being offside. So 60 seconds remaining here at Headingley in the Jamie Jones-Buchanan testimonial Rob Burrow fundraising match. Bradford, 60 seconds. Rowan Mills is pointing at the clock. He knows that the Bulls will have a full set of 6 in front of the Leeds post. Second tackle gone, Crossley, 30 metres out, just to the left of centre field. Doyle goes to Foster. Foster along the line to Lilly. Lilly to Hodgson. Dwyer read that play, and Hodgson's brought down behind the play of the ball. Doyle now to Kirk. Kirk's brought down on the 4th tackle. 20 minutes remaining. 20 seconds remaining, apologies. Crossley to Milnes. Milnes is brought down, but he's allowed to play the ball. No, he's not. Referee Ben Failer says he has to play the ball. Tackle was completed. Adam Cuthbertson had just had hold of Milnes on that tackle. Play continues. Last tackle. Lilly, crossfield kick into the Rhinos in goal area. Taken there by Ash Hanley. The hooter sounds. Hanley will tap the ball, gives it to Newman up to the 40-metre line. Half time here at Headingley Carnegie in front of a sellout crowd. Leeds Rhinos lead the Bulls by 22 points to 4. A solid opening half here for the Leeds Rhinos, which will delight Richard Agar. For the Bradford Bulls, they were caught cold after early tries from Reece Martin. Got a brace inside the opening 13th minute. Bradford then held their own for 20 minutes, and they narrowed the gap to just 6 points when Ross Oakes crossed out wide. Jordan Lilly could not add the extra 2, and then, as we saw in the final 3 minutes, Leeds down the middle with Brad Dwyer and out wide with Hanley. Martin free from 4 attempts, and it's 22 points to 4 at half time. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back in 10 minutes for full match second half commentary on Bulls Live and Bulls TV. But half time here, Leeds Rhinos 22, Bradford Bulls 4.
So please welcome our half.
Apologies for those if it dropped out a little bit then. It is half time here at Headingley. We are running off the Wi-Fi and 4G, so yeah, hopefully with no problems in the second half. But half time here, Bradford trailing by 22 points to 4, and you're probably got to say that is a fair reflection of where this game up to present has gone. You might have read Eric Perez's article in the Telegraph and Argus. The Bulls have secured another full-time player. That will be announced this week. I can't say who the person is. But he does follow the homegrown ethos that John Keir has instilled in this side. So more good news to come for Bulls fans as another homegrown player returns to the club early on this week. That, of course, will be announced in due course. But just looking at this spectacle here, half-time at Headingley, Kieran, great to see all these young players, community players. There's Dudley Hill, West Bowling, East Leeds, Queens, Alton Raiders, where, of course, Jack Walker came from. Real good spectacle.
As always, rugby league is a community game. This game right here can show that more than anything else. It's always about the community, it's about the clubs, and it's about getting these kids involved in rugby league, developing that love for the sport into potentially a profession of the sport.
Thoughts on the first half?
I thought there was a lot of highlights to it. Obviously, the scoreline reflects what happened on the pitch quite accurately. But for both sides to have got points, that's really happy to see. And Thomas Doyle coming up off the bench and really putting effort in, and a try-saving tackle as well, Mick.
Certainly thought, John Keir will get his thoughts on it, but I certainly thought Eben Skur, Tom Doyle, Keelan Foster, when they come on in the 20th minute, they help steady the tide. So that's really pleasing and a real strength and a positive when you think about it, that Anthony England, the Bulls have lost Anthony England due to head concussion. Remains to be seen whether or not Anthony England will return. But I thought, Eben Skur, Thomas Doyle and Keelan Foster, when they come in that 20-minute mark, they really did help steady that ship for the Bradford Bulls. So it's going to be a good week at the temporary home of the Bulls, the Headingley Stadium. There's the fans forum on Wednesday. We've got the season launch tomorrow in Huddersfield. So we'll be getting the thoughts of RFL CEO Ralph Rimmer, along with the rest of the RFL hierarchy. And John Keir will be there, along with Sam Hallis and Carl Hall, the Vice President of the Rugby Football League, who did the walk. I had the pleasure of walking with him and Simon Johnson, the Chairman. Carl Hall's going to be there tomorrow, along with Ross Peltier for Doncaster. So it'll be good to catch up with former Bradford man Ross Peltier. I'll certainly get an interview with Ross, and we'll get that out on Bulls Live on the SoundCloud page. But half-time here at Headingley, 22 points to the Leeds Rhinos, 4 points to the Bradford Bulls. And the young academy players, community players, sorry, they're just being led from the field. The players about to come back. So just to reiterate, the legend side for the Bulls: Robbie Hunter-Pauldy, for McAvoy, Wade Godwin, Barry Blythe, Stuart Fielden and Rob Parker. And as we've already mentioned, Danny Maguire, Kevin Sinfield, Jamie Peacock, Robert Lula-White and Rob Burrow. So just a reminder before the second half, tomorrow we have the RFL season launch. Keep your eyes peeled to social media for all the big announcements from that. That's taking place at Huddersfield at the George Hotel in the afternoon. Wednesday, the Bradford Bulls Fans Forum. If you've not got a ticket, it is sold out. But there will be updates on social media. And there will be the Bradford Bulls player announcements. Another one of the club's homegrown players is returning. Big shout out to China Bull in China if she's listening. And all the friends and foes of the RL Fans Board. Hey, Happy New Year! Half time here, the sides re-emerge from their break. Bradford will get proceedings underway. Leeds will have first use of the ball. And Bradford, in this second half, will play towards their travelling supporters on that Western Terrace. What a great image that Western Terrace is. Absolutely packed full of the red, amber and black. Can the Bulls improve on that second half? Jordan Lilly about to get the second half underway here. A massive thank you once again to everybody who partaked in the Odsal to Headingley walk. We're over £6,000 at this moment in time as Jordan Lilly's restart goes long and high, and it's taken in there by Ash Hanley. Hanley will take the ball up to the Rhinos 20-metre line, and Hanley's brought down in a two-man tackle by Liam Kirk and Steve Crossley. Anthony England is out in the second half, so Anthony England has passed the half-time concussion test. Lady scores. It is Dewsbury 26. Dewsbury 24. Keighley 26. So Keighley about to shock Dewsbury. It was Wakefield 18, Hulkington Rovers 6. Ethan Ryan scoring on his Hull Kingston Rovers debut, so congratulations, Ethan. Leeds have lost the ball 30 metres out from their own line. That's their 7th error this afternoon, and Bradford have an early chance at the start of this second half with 60 seconds gone as they move it 20 metres out in front of the post. Doyle's in there at dummy half. Kirk gets up, plays the ball. Doyle goes scampering, makes 10, 12 metres. Bradford 8 metres out, just to the left-hand side of the post. Milnes to Kirk, to Crossley. Crossley takes that Leeds line on, offloads the ball, goes to Lilly. Lilly back to Milnes. Milnes with the dancing feet, brought down 10 metres out, just to the right-hand side. A tackle remaining here. Doyle fires it back to Milnes, to Gallagher. Gallagher looks for support. He can't offload the ball, and that'll be the 5th and last tackle for John Keir's Bradford Bulls side. They're down 22 points to 4. It goes to Doyle, to Milnes on the inside. The ball's been intercepted by Broadbent, and Jack Broadbent has got into touch. It will be scrum, head and feet to the Bradford Bulls. It was silky passing there from Oakes. Oakes was looking out wide to Brown, and Jack Broadbent did exceptionally well, the young Leeds winger. He stopped the try for Brown, but he went into touch at the same time. Good defence. Another chance here for the Bradford Bulls. Matt Duke, the Bulls physio, just giving the thumbs up to Anthony England again. He was involved in a tough collision. Scrum 10 metres out. Doyle, the Bulls fans, hold the breath. Goes to Hodgson. Hodgson's brought down in a 2-man tackle. Led there by Alex Miller, another former Bulls man who's out there for the Rhinos in this second half. Doyle to Kirk. Second tackle gone. They're 8 metres out in front of the post. Doyle now to Lilly. Lilly to Crossley. Crossley's brought down by Adam Cuthbertson and Mikolaj Alensky. 5 metres out from that Rhinos line. The Bulls looking for the first points in this second half. Doyle pinches one. Doyle's got there. It's a tremendous try. Tremendous dexterity from Thomas Doyle. He beat the Leeds markers out of dummy half, and Bradford have hit Leeds back with a try right at the start of the second half, and the Western Terrace erupts, and Thomas Doyle, one of the 13 homegrown players out there this afternoon, and the Bulls hit the Rhinos just like the one in right at the start of the second half. Lilly, the kick predictor, at 100%. We're going to be down to a 2-score game.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered there, Mick. That'll be exactly what John Keir said to his team at half-time. You know, get in the Leeds face at the start of the second half. Show what you're about in these last 20 minutes for some of these players before the legends come on. Capitalise on a Leeds error and a pretty clinical start to this second half with young Thomas Doyle barging his way over. So just what John Keir would have wanted at the start of this half. Bradford fans in absolute rapture as Jordan Lilly lines his kick up 10 metres out. He put boots to ball and it sails straight through the hedge. It's the Leeds Rhinos 22, the Bradford Bulls 10.
Jordan Lilly right in front of his adoring Bradford Bulls supporters. Bullseye Bulls TV 22-10. And we've not really got a feel for this game in this second half. Reece Martin about to get the restart underway. Slips on the restart. Straight down the front to Jordan Lilly. Lilly finds England. England like a bowling ball down the alley. Just brought down shy of his own 20-metre line. Out of dummy half now from Doyle. Doyle to Crossley. Crossley rolled over. Bradford still inside their own 20. 2 tackles gone. They're going to move it over on that right-hand edge now with England. 3rd tackle gone on the restart. The Leeds Rhinos band playing the drums, playing the trumpets. Special atmosphere here at Headingley this afternoon. Doyle to England, last tackle, 20 metres out from that halfway line. Doyle to Lilly, under pressure from Cuthbertson, gets the kick away. Straight down the throat there of Jack Walker, and Walker will take the tackle, 5 shy of halfway. He'll get to his feet, he'll play the ball. Backwards behind Louis, picked up by Broadbent. Broadbent brought down on the halfway line. 2nd tackle gone here at Headingley Carnegie. Leeds 22, Bradford Bulls 10. Out of dummy half from Richie Myler. Goes to Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson's brought down 40 metres out. Back in centre field now to McClelland. To Louis, to Martin. Martin brought down in a tremendous tackle by Gallagher and Crossley. One remaining for the Rhinos. Myler to Alensky. Alensky down the middle. The Polish Terminator's brought down on his back. Last tackle here for Richard Hagan's side. Just outside the Bradford 20. It goes to Louis, to Martin. Martin shakes off Ross Oakes. Can't get past Brown. Good scrambling, suffocating defence there by John Keir's Bradford Bulls side. They lead the Leeds Rhinos by 6 points to 0 at the start of this second half. We've had 46 minutes gone as the Bradford Bulls legends start to warm up in front of their adoring supporters on that western terrace. Robbie Hunter-Paul, Stuart Fielden, Rob Parker, Manny Blythe, Wayne Godwin, Nathan McAvoy will all don the red, amber and black for one more time this afternoon. Bradford 20 out from their own try line as it goes to Lilly. Takes a short pass from Doyle. Third tackle gone. 20 shy of halfway now as Leeds look to contain that Bulls threat. Here goes Anthony England. 10 metres down the middle. Fourth tackle gone. One remaining for the Bulls. Doyle to Kirk. Kirk brought down. 5 shy of the halfway line. Bradford moving on this Maidstone side. It goes to Mills. Mills a little chip over the top of Broadbent. Holds up for Walker on his own 10 metre line. Hanley. And Hanley will in turn give it there to Broadbent. Broadbent brought down in front of the Bradford post. Rhys Evans has just come on as well for Leeds, so he's making his Leeds Rhinos debut, the former Bradford man. Rhys Evans, of course, he was a Bradford Bulls player last season, 11 games, 3 tries. Who will ever forget that length of the field try he scored against Lee in that 26 points to 12 win at Odsall? Here come Leeds up to halfway with Louis. Louis to Alensky. Alensky down the middle. Good tackle. Fearless tackle by Brad Gallagher. Leeds have knocked the ball on. Louis says backwards. Referee agrees. Alensky fires it out to McClelland. McClelland takes the Bulls line on. And Callum McClelland is rolled over on his back. Last tackle here for Leeds Rhinos. Louis. 40 metres out. High, hanging kick. Joe Brown takes it from the clouds. And he's brought down 25 metres out. So if you're just joining us at the start of this second half, it's Bulls Live. Bulls TV. Tom Doyle has just left the field. Sam Hallas has returned. And it is Leeds 22, Bradford Bulls 10 in a fiercely competitive pre-season fixture here at Headingley. I've seen enough already inside the opening 48 minutes that suggests the Bulls are going to be a force in the championship this season. Crossley's brought down 40 metres out from his own line, 10 shy of halfway as it goes from Lilly. Lilly towards Hodgson. Hodgson's brought down. First start of 2025 and Hodgson. Last tackle says Failer. Hallas to Lilly. Lilly finds touch, does he, over on the far stand side. 20 metres out. That will cause a bit of pressure there for Ash Hanley. And he could have raced and got the ball, but he's happy for it to go into touch. And I tell you what, the Bulls, in the opening 10 minutes of the second half, Luke Mawson, they're certainly, it's difficult to say who's the championship side and who's the Super League side.
Yeah, Bradford have certainly started the second half the stronger of the two. Capitalising on that early try as John Keir looks to ring the changes now with Defog and Johnson about to enter the fray. And this is exactly what John Keir will have wanted, to pin Leeds inside their own half, as we saw for the last 15 minutes of the first half. And they'll want more of the same. This game will start to change a bit later on when the legends come on. It'll lose its competitive edge, but I don't think he'll be too displeased with what he's seen for the majority of the game, bar a couple of 5-minute spells.
Leeds moving the ball then down the middle. Here goes a chance for Ash Hanley. Goes to Liam Sutcliffe. Liam Sutcliffe with a break. Brought down there by Brown. Sutcliffe quick play the ball. Here's Ash Hanley. 10 metres out now Leeds after that Sutcliffe break. Hanley doesn't know what to do with the ball. Goes behind Cuthbertson. Could have been penalised. But Hanley will be brought down by Eben Skur, who's back out there on the field. Bradford all of a sudden have to defend their own line. Donaldson, McClelland, a hop, a skip and a jump. Leeds go close. They're 8 metres out on the last tackle. Harry Newman will play the ball. It goes to McClelland in front of the post. Along the line to Louis. Louis over the top. Joe Brown does well and disrupts the pass. Liam Sutcliffe was looking to send Jack Broadbent in at the corner, but Joe Brown just got there in the nick of time. He gets high fives from Jordan Lilly and Brad Gallagher, and it remains here at Headingley Carnegie. Leeds 22, Bradford 10. Bradford leading 6-0 in the second half after that try from Tom Doyle out of dummy half in front of the Western Terrace. Scrum here to Leeds, 10 metres out. So Leeds looking possibly for their 5th try of the afternoon. Louis will feed the scrum. Myler out the door towards McClelland. McClelland now to Cuthbertson. Kirk and Skur, the 2 Bulls defenders in that tackle. Cuthbertson 5 metres out in front of the Bradford line. Myler now to Louis. Louis over the top. It goes there towards Hanley. Hanley towards the line. Hanley, can he get the ball down? He's pushed back in the field of play and he's in touch as Hanley. Great defence from the Bradford Bulls. It remains Leeds 22, Bradford 10. 52 minutes gone on the clock. And I tell you what, there's hunger in this Bulls defence this afternoon, Luke Mawson.
Yeah, that's exactly what John Keel wanted to see at times in that first half. And maybe they got caught short and Leeds capitalised on that. But Leeds looking dangerous and Ash Hanley looked like he had half a gap to dart over. But Bradford scrambled well and forced him into touch. Some pressure relieving scrum now for Bradford, look to get themselves back up the field. But that desperation defence is certainly what we're used to see from a John Keel Bradford side. What we didn't see so much in that opening 20 minutes, what we've seen since.
Well, we're just seeing flashing up on the screen, Jamie Jones-Buchanan, 421 appearances for Leeds, 64 tries, 7 grand final wins. It is his testimonial here this afternoon. And from that scrum, Reece Martin is getting it on with D. Foggy Johnson. I tell you what, let's abandon the rugby league. Let's put a ring in the middle of the field and let's see Reece Martin and D. Foggy Johnson give this 20,000 sellout crowd something for cheer for. D. Foggy Johnson, oh well, something Reece Martin said, and Brad Gallagher told by referee Ben Failer to go back. Well, I guess it wouldn't be Leeds versus Bradford without a bit of biff here. Ben Failer stops the clock. Reece Martin is getting a stern telling off from referee Ben Failer, the Papua New Guinea and international. And now we want to word with Sam Hallis. Penalty to Bradford, their 3rd of the afternoon. We've had 4 penalties all game. Referee Failer says it was for a knee in the tackle by Martin. Mills will find touch on this main stand side on the halfway line. Here we go. Strap yourselves in. A try here from the Bulls narrows the gap to potentially 6 points. And we might be going the distance again. Gallagher is a brave man who takes it in on tackle 1. He's pushed there by Cuthbertson and it's on again. Here we go. Failer's in the middle doing a John Holdsworth on a Jimmy Thompson. And they come together again. Well, I meant Billy Thompson for those old enough to remember the referee. Well, Ben Failer, all of a sudden, he just metamorphosed into John Holdsworth, and he was in the middle, and he were like, I'm going to sort you out, and he's going to stop the clock now, and he's going to have a word with Reece Martin and Steve Crossley. Stevie Ward off the field, so Reece Martin, the captain for the Rhinos, he's saying cut it out. The Bulls have had 4 penalties now, 2nd in succession. Leeds allowing a bit of ill discipline to creep into the game. And Rowan Mills will find touch over on this main stand side. And Bradford will have a full set of 6, 30 metres out from that Leeds Rhinos try line. Bradford down by 12 points. This game has really heated up. Here goes Eben Skur. Skur's brought down tackle number 1 in front of the Leeds post. Out of dummy half now to Mills. Mills kicks ahead. Brown chasing. Broadbent at the back. Trapped in goal. Suffocating defence from the Bulls. First goal line dropout of the afternoon. The Bulls get a repeat set of 6. And that has got the crowd on a knife edge. We're fully charged. Leeds 22. Bradford 10.
Yeah, a bit of a glimmer to what we saw at Castleford there, Mick. I was just about to start interrupting you like I did on Boxing Day. Lovely kick in behind by Rowan Mills. Really intelligent play by someone so young. Great chase. Bradford now in possession and really building some pressure on this Leeds line. A big hit there on Steve Crossley. Wow! That's warmed everyone up. This game's come to life all of a sudden just before the legends come on. This is getting feisty.
Oh, this is the Leeds Bradford Derby Classic of yesteryear. Hallis 30 metres out from that Leeds line. 3 tackles gone. 2 tackles remain. Listen to the noise at Headingley Stadium. Emerald 5 metres out of the 20. Knocks the ball on. Scrum head and feet to Leeds Rhinos. Adam Cuthbertson, the Leeds player who put the tackle in there on Skur. Skur got to his feet. Didn't play the ball correctly. Referee Failer says that's an error. 4th error of the afternoon from the Bulls. And if you didn't know it, this Leeds Bradford derby, well, all of a sudden it has disrupted Jordan Lilly's emotion there. Showed on the replay screen. He looked absolutely dejected that the Bulls had spurned that chance. From that scrum then, Rhys Evans on his debut in the blue and amber. 15 metres out from halfway. And now Adam Cuthbertson meets Lilly and Hallis. It's happening again. The Bulls not giving the Rhinos an inch. They'll play the ball down the middle with Donaldson. Donaldson loses the ball. It's gone backwards. Goes towards Alensky. Alensky down the middle. Still going Alensky. Alensky past Pickersgill. Nikolai Alensky. 25 metres out from that Bradford line. Myler in a dummy half. Finds Louis. Louis on the inside to Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson offloads the back down. Ball back to Hadley. Ash Hanley. Hanley to Alensky. Alensky 4 metres out from that Bradford line. Referee Failer says penalty to Leeds. Bradford holding down in the tackle. And Richie Myler will tap it in front of the Bradford post. We're approaching the hour mark here at Headingley. The legends about to enter the fray. Louis, McClelland, Mellor brought down. 5 metres out, quick play the ball to Cuthbertson, to Louis. Leeds queuing up to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe towards the line. Has he got it down? Inches out. Gallagher and Pickersgill come in. Sutcliffe plays the ball. Myler now to Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson sucks the Bulls' defence. He draws them in. Offloads the ball. Louis to McClelland. And Callum McClelland has Leeds' first points of the afternoon. And it is 26 points to 10. 59 minutes on the clock. Callum McClelland has Leeds' 5th try of the afternoon. Kick predictor for Rhys Martin, 94%. It's just to the left-hand side of the post. And that was a little bit like King Canute trying to stop them waves. Bradford had given away that penalty after that break from Nikolai Alensky down the middle. And they buckled on tackle number 4 after Leeds had 3 repeat sets to 6. Chev Walker's on the field. He's telling the Rhinos to calm down. It's a pre-season friendly. And John Keir has made a triple substitution with Sam Smith and Harry Shackleton about to come on the field, with Anthony England also returning. So Sam Smith and Harry Shackleton, they're about to get their first taste of a Bradford Leeds derby. Rhys Martin to the left-hand side of the post. It's Leeds 28, Bradford 10, 6 points apiece in this second half. We've had exactly an hour gone here at Headingley, and we are 5 minutes away from the legends entering the field of play, and that includes Robbie Hunter-Paul, a Lance Todd Trophy winner for Bradford in that Challenge Cup final defeat in 1996 to St Helens. Nathan McAvoy, a winner with the Bulls in the Challenge Cup at Murrayfield. Who will ever forget that chip over the top try? That helped the Bulls beat the Rhinos 24 points to 18. Manny Blythe, Wayne Godwin, Stuart Fielden, a Super League Dream Team member, and of course Rob Parker on the restart. We can't get to tackle one, so despite Chev Walker's best protests and intentions telling Leeds to calm it down, Cuthbertson has taken the ball in the tackle, and Harry Shackleton, I do believe, has gone high. So penalty to Leeds, their third of the afternoon. We've only had 7 all game, and it's been eventful. Leeds 5 shy of the halfway line. We've got 20 minutes remaining. Myler to Louis to Pryor. Pryor on debut for the Rhinos, rolled over on his back. 5 metres inside the Bulls half. Now goes from Myler to Donaldson. Donaldson, a former Bradford man. Back to Myler, to Newman, to Pryor. Pryor brought down in a 2-man tackle led there by Sam Smith. Leeds on tackle number 4, knocking at the Bulls' door, 20 metres out to the left-hand side of the post. McClellan now to Louis, Louis to Martin. Martin's on for the hat-trick. He's lost the ball, but it's been stolen there by Sam Smith. Smith, Hallis and Shackleton in that tackle. And it was Ross Oakes, not Harry Shackleton, who was the person who moved the arm. And Leeds have knocked it on. Can't make it to tackle one. Quick scrum, move the ball over on that far stand side, and young Harry Newman just adjudged to have knocked the ball on the Bradford 20-metre line. So 6 points apiece here in this second half. 18 minutes to go, and we're 3 minutes away from the legends. Rob Burrow, of course, will be coming on. 492 appearances. And we all know what Rob Burrow did for the Leeds Rhinos. 2 Harrit Sunderland, man of the matches in those grand final wins over St Helens. So Arva Siamanafangai, the former Cronulla man, he's back out there on the field. And I tell you what, Bradford have held their own in this second half. Here goes Anthony England down the middle. Rolled on his back. That'll delay the play of the ball. Doyle to Lilly. Lilly to Foster. Foster back out there on the field for his second appearance. Bradford on the last tackle. To Lilly. A clever chip on the inside. Taken and diffused there by Louis on his own 30-metre line. And he's brought down there in a 2-man tackle. So here's the cheer. The legends are about to come on. The legends are about to come on. This is going to be special. Listen to the noise. Leeds on the halfway line with Rhys Evans. 4th tackle gone here for the Rhinos. Myler in there at dummy half. To Smith. Siu Manafangai. Brought down by Shackleton and Gallagher. Siu Manafangai plays the ball. Myler to McClelland. McClelland's brought down on the last tackle. 40 metres out. Louis plays it off of Jordan Lilly's right boot. Into touch. Was that played it? Referee says no. Scrum head and feet to the Bradford Bulls. So, Kevin Sinfield, Jamie Peacock, Danny Maguire, Rob Burrow, they're all about to come on. Along with Robbie Hunter-Paul, Nathan McAvoy, Wayne Godwin, Manny Blythe, Stuart Fielden, Rob Parker. Things might get a little bit tasty in the final 15 minutes. So from that scrum to the Bulls, 10 shy of the halfway line. Defogging Johnson on tackle 1. Doyle straight down the middle. Bradford inside the Leeds half. Second tackle gone. Doyle towards Lilly now. Over on this main stand side to England. England offloads the ball to Pickersgill. Pickersgill does well. Gives the ball to Oakes. Oakes is brought down 10 metres inside the Leeds half. 2 tackles remaining. England's gone down in back play again, holding the arm. Lilly promotes the ball to Hallis. 4th tackle gone. Bradford 38 metres out from that Leeds line. Lilly kicks ahead for himself over on that far stand side. Ball holds up perfectly. Leeds do well. Harry Newman dives forward, takes the tackle, and we're going to see Steve Crossley come back on the field. Kevin Sinfield just warming up over on the far stand side. And you know what the Leeds Rhinos fans think of Kevin Sinfield. Sir Kevin Sinfield rings around Headingley Stadium. Leeds 28, Bradford 10. Leeds down the middle with Myler to Pryor to Martin. Here goes Liam Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe's away. Kicks in field for Hanley. Hanley knocks the ball on, and that will be a chance gone begging for the Leeds Rhinos. Great defensive pressure from Brandon Pickersgill.
Yeah, Bradford got caught short on the left-hand side there. Leeds break, and they had numbers in abundance in the middle. That kick just took an unfortunate bounce from a Leeds perspective, and Brandon Pickersgill in the right place at the right time. As Anthony England leaves the field, it looks like I carried a bit of an arm injury there to leave in the field. We're entering a lively last 14 minutes here. Leeds still 18 points in the good as Rob Burrow is on the screen here. So massive round of applause from everyone inside the Emerald Headingley Stadium. It's going to be emotional when we see him enter the fray in the last couple of minutes of this game.
Bradford from that scrum, 10 metres out from their own line. It's 6 points apiece in this second half. Doyle to Lilly. Lilly over on that far stand side. Bradford have lost the ball. Myler picks it up. Myler dives over the line. Referee Failer looks, points the finger. Leeds have a 6th try of the afternoon, and it is now 32 points to 10. Richie Myler in, out wide, in at the corner. Richie Myler last season, you might remember, he featured 28 times, scoring 10 tries. His first try of 2020, and it was young Adam Rooks. He lost the ball in a thunderous tackle. Myler picked it up 10 metres out. Lilly's pass to Rooks. Rooks, huge hit. Myler, easiest trial score all year. Leeds 32, Bradford 10. And the Legends, well, they're coming on. 68 minutes gone on the clock. Reece Martin will attempt the conversion attempt on that far stand side. The kick predictor, 24%. 32 points to 10 here at Headingley. Reece Martin, a studying concentration, sends that one between the paws. Bulls TV, Bulls Live, Mick Lennon, Luke Mawson this afternoon. Leeds 34, Bradford 10.
It's the Rhinos 34, Bradford Bulls 10.
And I think it's quite apt that the Leeds Rhino PA announcer played Daft Punk there one more time, because for one more time Robbie Hunter-Paul and those Bulls legends are about to come on the field. So on the restart, Jack Walker to see Manafangai. Manafangai will play the ball just outside the Leeds 20 metre line. Goes now towards Liam Sutcliffe. Referee will stop the clock because there has been a head collision. And Jamie Jones-Buchanan, wearing number 11, enters the Headingley Arena. It's your testimonial, Jamie, and as we said, such generosity from Jamie Jones-Buchanan, sharing his testimonial stage this afternoon along with Rob Burrow. It's now going to be a celebration for the final 10 minutes. Leeds looking to cut Bradford out wide. Newman, his straight pass has been picked up by Jordan Lilly. Lilly recovers possession for the Bulls on the halfway line, and we're about to see the first legends enter the arena over on that far stand side. Bradford, 2 metres inside the Leeds half. Doyle's in there at dummy half. Sam Smith will play the ball. Down the middle it's going to go by young Adam Rooks. Rooks is brought down on his back. 40 metres out. Doyle to Hallis. Hallis, third tackle gone. In centre field. Doyle. Lilly. Lilly, good line ball there to Adam Rooks. Bradford on the last tackle. 25 metres out. Doyle to Lilly. Lilly over the top of Siamanafangai, taken by Robert Louis. And the referee's going to stop the clock because Rob Louis gone down holding his ankle. So the first legends of the afternoon, Robbie Hunter-Paul, Manny Blythe and Wayne Godwin enter the field. Manny Blythe, welcome back. Robbie Hunter-Paul. Are we about to see some RHP magic at Headingley? And here goes Stuart Fielden. Fearless is on the field. So all the Bulls legends on the field. Nathan McAvoy, Fielden. It could get a little bit fiery here. We've still got 10 minutes to go. Been a great occasion this afternoon. A sold out Headingley Carnegie. A lot of money raised for Rob Burrow. Ben Failer has halted play because Bradford. Oh, Ben Failer. He said Bradford had 14 players, but they only had 13. So play back on here. Alensky brought down by Fielden and Wayne Godwin. Danny Maguire laughing on the touchline with Jamie Peacock. And it's 34 points to 10. Godwin in defence by Fielden. I never thought I'd be able to call some of these legends of the sport. Leeds on the halfway line on the last tackle. McClellan's been caught high by Sam Smith, but referee Failer says it was on the shoulder, and Bradford will play the ball 5 metres shy of the halfway line, and it'll be Robbie Hunter-Paul who's going to play the ball for the Bradford Bulls. McClellan caught on the shoulder, it was legal. Out of dummy half, Bradford on that halfway line with Nathan McAvoy. Wayne Godwin's in there at dummy half, gives it to Manny Blythe. Manny Blythe up to the Leeds Rhinos 40 metre line. I tell you what, if a legend scores, the house will literally fall down to pieces, to rubble. Here goes Fielden down the middle. He's brought down 30 metres out. Godwin out of dummy half. Plays the ball to Robbie Hunter-Paul. Robbie Hunter-Paul over the top. Missed time pass. Taken in by Johnson. Defogging Johnson. He's going to be brought down by Louis. Fourth tackle gone. One remaining here for the Bulls. Shackleton to Robbie Paul. Paul down the middle. Offloads the ball to Godwin. Goes to Fielden. Fielden takes on. See him at a fat guy. And he's finally brought down 30 metres out. Last tackle here for the Bradford Bulls. Godwin to Shackleton. Shackleton. A high hanging kick. Taken superbly there by young Harry Newman over on the far stand side. and he will play the ball 5 metres out from his own try line. I beg your pardon, it was Hash Hanley. Here come the Leeds Rhinos legends. Jamie Peacock, Danny Maguire, Kevin Sinfield. The house about to come down here. With 7 minutes remaining. Listen to the noise. Leeds will play the ball 30 metres out from their own line. Rob Parker, Jamie Fielding. The final Bulls legends on. Peacock will play the ball. Oh my word, there's going to be some heavy collisions out there. Leeds on the last tackle, shy of the halfway line. Kevin Sinfield kicks it deep. Straight down the front of Johnson. Johnson's let it bounce. Harry Newman out wide. Leeds kicking in centre field. Jack Walker chasing. Pickersgill does well. What a take from Brandon Pickersgill. Leapt up, cool, calm, composed. He had Jack Walker bearing down on him. How do we see the final 6 minutes going, Luke? Because all the legends are on the field.
Must admit, I never thought I'd commentate on a game Robert and Paul were playing in. Me and you watched these players make on the terraces at Odsal Stadium. Oh, Ben Taylor's got a red card out. Oh, he's having us all on. I shouldn't have fallen for that one. Even I fell for that one. That's embarrassing. Bradford with a penalty now for a high shot. And it's a nice way to end what's been a memorable afternoon for all involved, I think, as Harry Shackleton finds touch. You know, the last 6 minutes of this game, soon to get a bit more emotional, Mick. Hanky at the ready.
Oh, I'm welling up. Fielder then from that Bradford penalty for the high tackle. Stuart Fielder carries Bradford just shy of halfway. Oh! Robert Lulawai on Sam Smith. Huge collision. Godwin to Parker. Parker gets it on now with Fielder. And Peacock in that two-man tackle. Back down the middle with Crossley. Crossley's away. Crossley down the middle. Crossley's brought down 20 metres out. Godwin in a dummy half to Robbie Hunter-Paul. Out wide it goes to McAvoy. McAvoy 5 metres out. Bradford on the last tackle. It's 34 points to 10. Here goes Robbie Hunter-Paul. Kicks in centre field. Leeds concede the goal line drop out near the. No, they don't. Too much on that from Robbie Hunter-Paul. And Rob Burrow about to come on the field. The noise at fever pitch. Everybody on the feet in this main stand. Rob Burrow on the field. It's emotional. Rob Burrow close to tears. He hugs Kevin Sinfield. Jamie Peacock. This is emotional. I have the utmost respect and admiration for what Rob Burrow is doing right here, right now at Headingley Stadium. 5 minutes to go. Leeds 34 points to 10. With all the legends on the field, it's 0-0. Who is going to win the game for the legends? Jamie Jones-Buchanan, brought down by Crossley and Godwin. 30 metres out from the Leeds line. Leeds moving over on this main stand side with Stevie Ward, wrapped up by Johnston. Quick play the ball. Cam Smith out a dummy half, brought down by Fielden and Blythe in a two-man tackle. Cam Smith will play the ball to Burrow, back to Ward. Ward's brought down by Shackleton and Parker. Last tackle, Sinfield will go high. Tester for Greg Johnson. Johnson takes it on his own 10-metre line. We've got 4 minutes remaining. It's 0-0 in the Bulls and Rhinos legend match here at Headingley. It finished 34-10 in the main event. Well, arguably this is the main event now, as Bradford move the ball towards centre field. with Barry Blythe. He's wrapped up in a two-man tackle. McAvoy in at dummy half. Brought down there. Good defence from Liam Sutcliffe. Godwin takes the Rhinos defence on. 5 metres shy of the halfway on the last tackle. The atmosphere just subdued a little bit. Shackleton kicks from deep. Straight down the throat of Jack Walker. Walker takes it on his knees. Offloads it towards Hanley. And Hanley will take the first tackle for the Rhinos. 30 metres out from their own line. 3 minutes remaining in the Legends match here at Headingley. 34-10. 0-0 in the Legends as Rhys Evans is brought down there by Blythe and Parker. Burrow out of dummy half. Along the line, Sinfield's lost the ball. The Bulls will have a scrum. 35 out from the Leeds line. This could be the chance the Bulls need to get a try in the Legends match this afternoon as Keith Senior enters the arena. Brett Delaney, Ryan Bailey on now for the Rhinos. Oh, there's some big personalities out there. Robbie Paul to Shackleton to Blythe from the scrum. Matty Blythe fancies a tilt. Takes Senior over on the far stand side. They're still 35 metres out from that Leeds line. Down the middle with Fielden. Stuart Fielden offloads the ball. It goes to Blythe. Sam Smith now on that right edge. Bradford 20 metres out. 2.5 minutes remaining. 0-0 in the Legends match. Godwin to Paul. Back to Shackleton. Shackleton taking on Jamie Jones-Buchanan. And he's brought down 18 metres out in front of the post at the Western Terrace. Parker to Crossley. Crossley brought down on tackle number 4. 1 remaining here for the Bulls. Godwin to Robbie Hunter-Paul. Hunter-Paul's lost the ball. Leeds picking up. I think it's going to end 34-10. Luke Mawson, but what a special occasion for everyone here.
Yeah, like we said before the game, the result's not important, but what an occasion. You know, they've put on a fantastic show of Leeds in tribute to 2 of the game's real greats. Oh, big hit by Stuart Field, and he hasn't lost it. Certainly hasn't lost that competitive edge based on that hit on Kylie Luluwai. It's good to see some of these players turn out for a real legend of the game in Rob Burrow. And Keith Senior's breaking down the left wing. Keith Senior finds... Oh, he's wrapped up in a 2-man tackle. I had to rub my eyes there. Keith Senior running down the wing. Rob Burrow in at dummy half. Finds Kevin Sinfield. The ball goes across the Leeds line. As we enter the final minute of this game, we could be set for one special moment yet, Mick.
Peacock will play the ball for the Rhinos. 30 metres out on the last tackle. Sinfield, angled kick. Johnson under pressure. Johnson takes it. And we've got 50 seconds remaining here at Headingley. Bradford playing the ball from in front of their own post. Pickersgill brought down by Jamie Jones-Buchanan. A tremendous, worthwhile afternoon here. The Rugby League family coming together as one. And a lot of money has been raised here by both sets of supporters. A lot of fundraising has taken place. 30 seconds to go. Here goes Robbie Hunter-Paul, taking on Peacock. 2 former teammates collide. Bradford on the last tackle. Godwin to Shackleton. Shackleton skews the kick. Bounces up kindly though. Defoggy Johnson tackles Stevie Ward on this main stand side. And here goes Kevin Sinfield. Sinfield offloads the ball to Brett Delaney. Delaney out wide. Leeds keeping it alive. Back now it goes to Maguire. Maguire! He's still got it. Kicks ahead out wide. Leeds are going to score on it with Ash Hadley. No, they're not. Pickersgill dives on the ball. And we've got 5 seconds remaining. The hooter about to sound. Full time here at Headingley Carnegie. Leeds Rhinos 34. Bradford Bulls 10. 20,000 people have packed out Headingley this afternoon. That says everything about Rob Burrow, Leeds, Bradford, and the sport and spirit of rugby league.